Hello everybody, ProtoFoxy here, coming back at you with another video. Looking at Transformers, surprise, surprise. So we're just going to keep this train rolling on looking at some really cool robot-y Transformer-y action figure-y stuff. Today, we are looking at the Legacy Evolution Cyberverse Universe Shadow Striker. One I was super excited for, but before we get into all that, let's look at the box. Shadow Striker in vehicle mode. There she is in robot mode. Really cool rendered artwork there. Evo Fusion. Shadow Striker, 18 steps. We'll see about that. That really cool Legacy Evolution artwork. Anything on the bottom? No. Boom. Box is done. That's it for the packaging. How we feel about that. And here we go. Shadow Striker. First and foremost, she's small. She is a small car. Good looking car. Obviously a futuristic kind of coupe kind of thing going on. Some people have complained about it, that it doesn't resemble her Cyberverse car mode. I don't care. It looks cool. It's updated. That's what Legacy's doing. It's doing updated takes on everything. And then, we'll get into it in robot mode, what this is the pre-mold for. But I dig it. I think it fits Shadow Striker. I like the character in Cyberverse. She was cool. But a cool looking car. Wheels are mushroom pegged on. And she actually does do the rolly thing. The do. All that good stuff. Let's get in some comparisons. You can see how small she is because here is Legacy G2 Sideswipe. And yeah, compared to that, he a big boy. There's a big boy compared to that. But, it fits. I digs. So, let's go on and get into the transformation, because her transformation is actually incredibly interesting. And before we get started, because I'm sure some people maybe have seen things on her before, you complain about parts forming. I'm going to reach through the screen and go, psh, 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 psh. No. But anyway, start by taking off the gun. And then we take off the rear bumper section. That just pegs in 5mm port. We'll set that aside for later. Now, the roof. Translucent plastic, so be careful. But it is also on a friction hinge joint. So if it pops off, which I'm sure it's probably going to, like it did just now, what I like to do is just this. Boom. Put it back on its friction hinge. Keep it there. It's actually made to unpeg, which is fine. You can stick it just about anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and get that nod. And she's coming across. She photographs really well as far as the color. And now we got her head. Hi, how you doing? Photographs really well. I love the coloring, the black, the red, the purple, and that very deep shade of purple, because I don't know if y'all know, I'm a fan of the color purple. So, boom. And now the one thing I will say, and be careful, because pulling these out, I don't recall if those were there when I got the figure or if they happened after transforming it a couple of times, but there are stress marks. Just be careful. That is a very thin thing, and you can see them really well from the top. So that, just be aware. And I don't think there's anything you can do really much to avoid that. I think it's just in its engineering, unfortunately. But just be careful, because it might break. So anyway, we're here. We're going to go ahead and then start untabbing the legs, because this, again, like I said, very unique transformation here. We got pegs that her thighs are sitting in, so we get about there. So now we're here. And then, oh, that actually popped up on its own. Great. Okay, so the hood assembly, and part of it is her pelvis waist section, and now we're going to go here. All right, so we're going to take that little square part there that folds all the way in, and then we're going to take these, and this wraps around, and this is actually a really neat bit of engineering. So it wraps around like that. That's not completely closed. We get the chest into place, finish that up there, boom. Then we get the legs down, feet fold down, there we go, boom. Got the legs all done. So now that is a very creepy thing going on here. If I saw that coming down with arms flailing a foot above her head, that would be terrifying. But no, that's not how that works. So we've got this here. we start by bringing that, and that's actually a very solid point there. You probably even heard it thoop on camera. So then as we do that, we bring those and fold that back, bring that down, and we got a peg, we got a port. If you can see, hopefully you can see. Go ahead and get that out of the way, and then that folds up, and that's actually a really neat bit of engineering. Snapped, you heard it snap. Boom. We have Shadow Striker, and then just the little finishing touch here. We'll pull this down in a way, bring down her little coattails, and boom, Shadow Striker in robot mode. She's cool. I dig it. I mean, she's not perfect. She has a couple of flaws. I can definitely see there have been people that have complained about things, the articulation in particular, because we get the arms here, does this, and then it goes forward, can't go back at all, so it doesn't rotate because of the way that's sitting there. Head on a ball joint. She does get the whole, we move up her curtails, waist swivel, all that stuff. Does basic everything. Now she can kick both directions really far. I like how that works. You know, all that good stuff. She does what she needs to do, and I feel like it's a pretty good representation. We get up close. Pretty sweet head sculpt. I've seen people complain about how that is there, and you know, whatever. I don't care. It's fine. And now, while I didn't pull the hood off, or not the hood, the roof, that can peg onto either arm. You get her accessories. You can peg this here, and it sets there, and that's fine. And then you can take the gun, and it can be handheld like that. And again, I will show you why in a minute, because this is something else. It can be held like a gun. Of course it can, because it is meant to be a gun. You can do that. What I like to do actually is the Evo Fusion, and we'll put the bumper right there. And people are like, why would you put a bumper on the muzzle of a gun? And well, I will show you why shortly when we get into comparisons. We'll complete Shadow Striker's look. And again, she looks good. I really dig this toy. But we've seen all this stuff going on. Let's get in some comparisons. We'll get her in with the gold standard, the side swipe mold, which I love. Everybody knows this. Hey, you watch my channel, you've probably seen me do like 4 different side swipe based mold reviews by now, and y'all know what I'm about. But you know, she's comes in shorter, so she's a bit smaller in side swipe. But the reason why Shadow Striker does certain things that she does, and I'm glad that, you know, we got a Shadow Striker, and you know, I do like having the fact that I can get a ladies' night going on my shelf now, because I have a bunch of different fembots. But the reason why Shadow Striker is the way she is because everybody assumes greatly, and you know, and rightfully so, that it is a pre-tool for an updated sideburn from RID 2001, and that I'm all about. I'm okay with this. I mean, you can, design cues are there. You know, you got the engine chest, you've got the roof shield, even the gun that can be held as a handheld knife type weapon, the Autobot symbol on the forearm. She's got the Decepticon one there, and then of course his actual weapon is, he's got the front bumper on, so even the Evo Fusion is there. But that's definitely, you can see what's happening here. So all you do is just retool the head, and you've got a sideburn, which is cool. I'm all for that. Oh, and I just noticed this too. Even the midsection there is very similarly done. So yeah, I mean, everybody assumed rightfully so that this is going to be a pre-tool for side swipe. I was going to get Shadow Striker, or side swipe, sideburn. I was going to get Shadow Striker anyway, just because, but I'm also going to get the retool when it comes out, because I'm a sucker for RID 2001 anyway. That was the line that got me back into collecting Transformers as I stepped away in high school during Beast Wars, because I was one of those fools that was truck not monkey, and now I'm like truck and monkey, because I can appreciate everything Transformers has to offer, because Transformers is good, Transformers is love, Transformers is life. And enough of my philosophical BS. I will leave y'all with this. Do I recommend? Yeah, I do. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Your mileage may vary. I mean, you watch a review, you see it, and you can see the flaws. And if it's flaws you can't get past, I get it. It's fine. I dig it. I recommend it. I think she's cool. Really nice, kind of updated take on the whole Cyberverse Shadow Striker. And another neat little throwback considering as well, because Shadow Striker originally appeared as a BotCon exclusive to the first BotCon I went to, actually. I believe it was 2002, if I remember right. 2002 or 2003. I don't recall. I'd have to look at one of my exclusives, because I have one of the exclusives from that show. But it was the same year that the original Shadow Striker toy was a BotCon exclusive, and it was a redeco of Sideburn. So kind of a nice roundabout here going on, that now we're getting Sideburn as a retool of Shadow Striker. But on her own, she stands on her own merits. She's cool. I think she's great. I love the colors. Very Decepticon-y colors. People are going to complain about her flaws. I don't care. She's cool. And I think she fits in real well in Legacy. She's just awesome. It's a great toy, and anyone who's complaining about it just hates life. You know, that's it. That's all it is. They are just so sad that they didn't get a masterpiece Shadow Striker. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Apologies to everybody who hates Shadow Striker. People have their own opinions, and that's fine. Everybody has them, and that's great. We're all welcome to them. I like Shadow Striker. I think she's great. I think it's a great toy. I recommend it. All of my babbling on now. I can leave you all with this. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you did, shoot a subscribe my way. I would greatly appreciate it, and I will say unto you this: be kind to yourself and your fellow human beings, because life is too short, so play on. And I will see you in the next video. Show Shadow Striker some love and pick her up. She's fun.